Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Gretchen here. So I'm making junk journal dangle bookmarks with some string, some beads, wooden ornament, whatever you got on hand and on your craft stash. So unfortunately I do not have a Halloween journal made up yet. So I do have this Christmas one. I want to just show you the function of it. So what I like about these is that they work great to hold your place in a journal. And I just put them in there and then shut the book, and look how beautiful. And it just looks so cute hanging on a shelf or your desk or whatever, and it's just decorative and fabulous. So let's go ahead and get into making these. On this one here, I added eyelash trim and some ribbon on top of my dangles. I did leave the back of this blank, but on this one I did some distress ink on it, and I have not added yet my eyelash. I just finished this one up and I'm getting ready to start on another one. So you don't have to use the wooden ornaments, but I was actually inspired by Leah at Thrifty Day. She did her bookmark dangles, and I thought, well, I'll go ahead and use these AliExpress ornaments I picked up. You can get these at Amazon as well. So I want to do the cat. I have this string. I got this from AliExpress. I will say also get it like a sturdy string, because you're going to want to thread it through beads, and if you have the cheaper string, sometimes it will just bend on you while you're trying to do the kitty cat. And I always find that when I'm putting the string through, this hole is almost always just a little too small, and I only use a small hole on my crocodile, and I just try to line it back up and over the hole and just make it oh so much bigger. And you can't even tell I even touched it. And then I get my distress ink out, and I do hit the edges. I just find that kind of helps color it all in. And then I do hit it, just, you know, like the edges on it. It's personal preference. You really don't have to. I just think a little color adds to it. That way it's almost two-sided. You could decoupage also the back if that's, you know, what you really wanted to do. Alright, let me put this to the side. We're going to put him to the side. Again, I got to add some eyelash trim and some ribbon, etc. to it to, you know, frou-frou it up a little bit. But the other thing I found too, when you're putting it and you want it to stand up in that journal as a bookmark, if you do heavier beads the whole way down, then it's going to just want to yank it out and just constantly fall out. So my first attempt, I had to go back and remove one knot and then start again. So now I try to find some lighter beads. I only usually use 2 of the bigger 20mm gumball beads. Then I do have buttons, I do have gummy bears. Whatever you want to put on here is perfectly suitable, and it's going to look fabulous when you're done with it. So I kind of keep that weight in check when I'm working on it. And then I did go through my stash, and I already grabbed some little things to kind of, you know, what I want to work with on the string today. I thought about doing black, but you know what? And I might still go back to the black string. I have purple here in front of me, but I'm probably going to switch that out here in a sec. So I got like the little spooky, and I got a pumpkin. I got the enamel charms, a sparkly charm, flowers, mushrooms, gummy bears are like my favorite. That one actually is on a hook. This one is not. It is a bead. But I have, of course, go big or go home, right? The mother load of gummy bear beads. And there is a video where I am stacking my beads together. So I have just a vast amount of gummy bears. So let's make this gummy bear heavy. I'm up for that. So I'm going to grab yellow, orange. We got a clear. I have solids, but I want to stick to Halloween colors. I'm going to have a purple solid. Oh, there's a white solid. And there's an orange solid. Oh, I like that. Ooh, I love that combo right there. Well, since I have this orange and black string, I'll just go and use that because it really matches my cat. And I do about 20 to 24 inches, and I end up trimming off. This string is a little more silky than that other cotton string I have. What is this made out of? Does it say? It says cording. This is from Michaels. I have not been into Michaels for quite some time. I went back I think probably the last time I was in there was July or August. I just guess I haven't needed anything. I got enough stuff. I'm just going to try to measure that out so it's somewhat the right length. Put that off to the side. And then what I do next is, I have these, they're little pumpkin beads, but they're glass and they're heavy. I might try to get one of those put on here. We'll see how that all goes down because, well, I'm on camera and I start messing up and it just doesn't work out in my favor. But I'm going to go through the back end, and that's why I made my hole a little bit bigger. Alright, now we're going to go and feed it through there. Yes. Oh look, hold on a second. Gotta color that in a little bit since I kind of nicked it when I punched it. And then I feed them through like this. And pull it tight. Now if you wanted to, you could knot that, but what I'll end up doing, like I did on this one here, I took a jump ring or a ball pin and I kind of attached it all together. Now it won't be able to, it will loosen up on you, but it won't be able to come out because you're going to have all these beads on hanging off of it, and there's just no way it's going to make it through the hole. It would give first, you know, like the hole would break first. So this is a phone holder. I find it great for working with on my beads. And then I take each one. Now I do measure about 3 inches down. This is where it's going to hang out in my journal, in the middle. And I knot it. So let me just measure it real quick. And then I just knot it up. And sometimes you got to have double knots. So let's see here. If I do this pumpkin first, I check to see if I can get it over, and I cannot. So I'm pretty good there. I'm just going to go ahead and put a knot underneath it. But I try to do my knots first at the top because that way then I don't have to mess with it or forget about it, or, you know, then they're not sliding up so high. And if I have to unknot it, I can. Believe me, I have unknotted quite a bit. Oh, that did not work out. I just want it up there so that way that kind of doesn't go far. So I'm going to work on knotting these. And that way I don't have to mess with them. I just eyeball it from the next one to the next one. So what has everybody been up to? Can you believe that we are into fall? Full fall. Now, I'm not going to complain because you know what? The weather, that's probably more than 3 inches. It is. It's a little bit over. The weather has been absolutely gorgeous here. And we did have a bit of a drought in August, but September picked back up and on the rain scale, and it's just been beautiful out here. Alright, you notice I made that one just a little too high. And now if you have great nails, or you know you got kids that like, hey kid, can you loosen that for me so I can move out down the string? They might do that for you. I'm on my own though. I don't think the cats would do it for me. There. All right, and then I work in like 4 sections at a time. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just find that kind of helps me space out my beads, but gives it a full look. And it works for me. It's just a little, rule of thumb. And then I'm going to go in with looking for what I want to put on next. So I'm going to do this clear. And I already knotted it underneath the pumpkin. So we're good there. I'm going to feed it through. Because this is a bead. And you'll find, that's why I give it a little bit longer on the string, because you'll find you'll have to trim it sometimes. Not all the time, but it just depends on the string you're working with. Like that cotton string I have on those didn't give me any hassles whatsoever. But this one kind of is different. All right, and then I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, and then I'm going to put my knot in. And then I go with whatever else I have. I have a thing of beads here as well. And we can go ahead and pick out, like we'll do like maybe brown with the orange. I always think of brown as a good fall color. And I have silver in here somewhere. And I have a green. I just look at it and say, do I like that? Am I happy with it? Because remember, they're always going to fall down. The beads are. So, I want to put my knot down, basically down here, to space them out. And then I try to, but not always, add a charm at the bottom. It depends. Or something just like to finish it off, to anchor it. And so that goes in, and then I always double knot the bottom. What I like about this too, making these, when you put them on a journal when someone buys them, or you gift them to someone, or you're just tired of looking at it, you can take it all apart. You can just cut it if you really wanted to with a pair of scissors. And you have all these beads then. So it's just fun. Alright, so pretty quick on that one. So yeah, fall's here. I need to get my craft on because, we are in Halloween, we are in Christmas. And then the blah months are like right behind it, which I don't like. And make sure you got you in film or view here. So I've been like, kind of like, oh, I want to craft. I really, really want to craft. I want to do Halloween journals next. I got a lot of these made up. So I just keep going. It's fun. See, I like that better. That shorter distance between the beads. So I have you on this light stand. Oh my goodness, I hope I am keeping you guys in frame the whole time. That looks like it's going to ride through my, yeah. See how big that is right there? So if I'm going to work with that, I'm going to have to double knot it. Or it's going to ride up over that knot and not stay. I could just kind of like knot it through the bead, and that's what I hate about not making a double knot right then and there. Then I gotta make a triple knot. Now let's try it, see what happens. We have this big old pumpkin bead. He's light, but he's got a huge hole on him. And he wants to fight me. But that might work. I think we'll be safe. I don't think he'll travel much. I thought about putting a gummy bear. Well, I do want to work with that one. What did I do with them? Moth in the house. I have my door open because it's so nice out. I'm going to have to go shut it real quick. Oh, and the white one, right? So I wanted to do those. And then, so what can I put with him? I have the transparent purple you can do. Alright, let me go shut my door. Okay, got my door shut. I told Tinks to guard the door for me. She probably won't do what I ask, but I tried. Oh, that was showing. Okay, that one threw pretty nice. And again, I just want to work with leaving a small space. And I do kind of measure it out. Make sure it doesn't look odd. Let's see. I think that's going to be good. And that gummy bear does not. It stays with a single knot. And then I'm going to look in my beads here and find me an anchor. Kind of like the, well, it's the black string. So I kind of, we'll go with the sweet candy. And again, I'm going to double knot this. And then what I do at the end is when I put it all back in my journal, I go ahead and cut the ends that you know, probably like that much. I'll end up cutting off a couple inches. Just depends the size of the book you're using. So, yeah, that works. Double knot that up. See how quick that is going. I want to do one more, and then I'll show you like how I added the other stuff on. So I have, oh good, okay, you can see that. All right, instead of bringing it over, this is very lightweight, and I think I want to work with that one first. Do I have to double knot that? Let's see. Yeah. So double knot this so it doesn't ride up and into the journal itself. That's all the reason for these knots. Yeah, I'm excited to make Halloween journal. Oh goodness, some Halloween journals. It has been so long. I've just been so busy that I feel like I'm neglecting myself. Now I want to go gummy bear heavy because I just like this color combo. It just says Halloween. It says my Halloween. It says, oh my gosh, I'm in first grade again. And it's just so sweet and spooky. And it's what I miss about Halloween. We went to Dollar General the other day. And we had to get creamer from Mark's Coffee. And she picked out a scary rabbit mask. I'll put a picture of her in with it. And I'm like, really? But she just thought it was cute and she wanted to get it. So it was like buy one, get one half off. And I had bought another, like a piece of Halloween decor. And so she got it. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have put little tiny beads. Well, you know, as much as I could get the string through. But I do have these. I should have put those in between the gummy bears. I do have some smaller ones that have pretty big holes. Well, I'm not going to unknot it. Let me see because it's kind of bothering me. See, here's a great example. I said if it bothers you, if you can talk some kid into doing this for you. Otherwise, you're on your own. That might make it a little long, but I don't care. We're doing it anyways. So we're going to do green, and then we'll do orange. Yes, we'll do that. I don't think I can get this string through this hole without pulling my hair out. I don't think it's physically possible. Let me see something. Yellows. Well, let's see if yellow's going to work. I'm going to eat this bead if I get this string through it. That's the problem. Yeah, I don't, it's just not, I'm not, oh my goodness gracious, stop it. I'm not going to fuss with that. Oh, I lost the bead. It's gone. It's somewhere. I'm going to stand up. It's going to hit the floor. Oh well, we tried. Every now and then have Chloe look underneath my desk for lost accessories because I lose a lot of things off the desk. But it rolls right underneath. You know, you'd swear like there's a vortex that lives underneath this desk. It's where all the things go. But I could always swiffer underneath it as well. I mean, sometimes I'll get down there and get it, but I usually why send the old one? Send the young one in to do the work. So yeah, she got that bear mask. It's just funny that she chose that. And then of course, I got some Halloween garland that has pumpkins on it. That's the difference between me and the young kids. What do you guys think about that? Of course, it's flipping on me, but let me flip the middle guy over. There we go. Oh, I think that's sweet. That's sweet. Now I think I'm going to give it about that much room to work with. I guess I could probably just go 3 on this one. We'll see how much string we got left before I decide what I want to do. And they didn't have a whole lot. Dollar General did not have a whole lot of Halloween stuff left. They'd had some. They had still those big old ghost buckets. And I have no use for them because I have nowhere to put them. So I left them behind. But I was tempted. Oh yeah, I was tempted. If I just do a single there. A single bead. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta get a button instead. Okay, I got purple button right here. That should work. Hold on for that. That's not too big. I got these on clearance at Walmart some time ago. Were they really clearance though? $8.50 was $11.97. I don't know how much I believe in Walmart's marketing, but this button top, it's a plastic jar, but this is metal and that's plastic. I couldn't resist the urge. I got it. I know what you're thinking, but it's true. Oh, I just did purple there. Let me see if yellow will work. I'm just going to pop that right in my basket, and we're going to look for a yellow bead, or button there. It's a little bright, but it's fine. It's fall colorish to me. And you won't even be able to, it's not going to stand out like a sore thumb or anything. Alright, we're going to finish up with this strand, then I'm going to move on to adding to that other one I worked on. Those I don't even knot. It doesn't move far. I guess I could knot it here just because, well, no, I'm not even worried about doing this because I'm going to add this, and you would have to really fidget with it. No, that's going to need a string cut. And what I do cut it on an angle because I find it easier to get it through the hole that way. I just want to measure that out real quick. That's just, I think that's a little too long. It is just a smidgen. That shouldn't be hard to undo though, because I only tied it around the silver. It's just going to go up just a little bit more. I want to just knot that. There. Let me move this aside. So that's what it looks like so far. Isn't that just adorable? Move that out of the way. I had to go check on the kitty cat. I'm sure she'll be coming in here soon because she wants something to eat. And I told her not yet. She has to wait. So that one's all done. Let me set that there. This is the one I want to add to. So what I do is I get a jump ring, not a jump ring, a ball pin, and I have all these colors. Let's I'll grab a purple one, and then, and this is totally unnecessary. It's just for me to kind of add to it. And then I take string. And you see what I did there? I got one of these sugar shakers and I could put my string in there and then it just comes out the hole and it doesn't get tangled up. And I'm going to do again like, this time I'm going to do like, yeah, like 40 inches. Did I say, what did I say? 40 inches. Or maybe I said 24. I meant to say, like 40, it's going to be like 40, 44 inches. That's what it's really going to be. I overstring. And then I end up cutting off. I don't know why, but I just always do it that way. I think because when you're doing a signature in a journal, if it is too short, then you just really have, you have to start all over again. Through the ball pin, and I open that up there and grab my string like that. There we go. I got it that time. Like that. And then I gotta grab eyelash trim. Okay, I have some eyelash trim here, and I might end up, that's not, I mean it is, but it's not very full, is it? So I'm just going to grab some, cut it, and I might either add another something to it or do another strand of it. This is going to, the eyelash trim's always so much trickier though, because your fingers want to yank on it. I guess that's not too bad. Wow, did I make that string too long or what? That's alright. I just throw it into my I have a scrap pile over here to the right of me. And then when I'm making tags, then I got little pieces of scrap I can grab. What would you guys do? Would you add another strand? Well, then the whole, it's very easy. All you do is just do your pin and go through the back of it. Hold on, I gotta put my glasses back on. Can't see without them. I guess the FDA has approved some new drops for people that wear readers, that it will last for up to 10 hours and you don't have to wear readers. Now my eyes are not bad, I can see without them, but it's just annoying, especially for the little things, And there. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that string is way, way, way too long. But when you have it in your journal, let me go and get that out of the way. Let me trim this up. Well, we're going to put it in the book first before we trim it. Oh, here she comes. Tinks has been, and my cats are now like considered senior cats. And as they get older, they get, they're like becoming little old ladies. They drive me nuts. And see how nicely that just And it's light enough that it's not pulling it out, but I've thought about just bulldog clipping it there to hold it. Now this is not the journal it's going to stay on, by no means. This is Halloween, this is Christmas. But I'm going to just trim these strings up. Oh wait, yes. Let's go into my scrap pile. This eyelash trim I will not worry about keeping because it shreds. It shreds in your hands. Alright. Oh, that's just darling. It really is. I don't like how that's hanging there. We're going to trim that back up a little bit. There. And then there. I could, you know, glue those ends down. If you wanted to glue them, you could. I think it just adds to the charm of it all. But I think I'm good with that. I like it. So we've got that beauty. We've got this beauty. And this one I need to finish. But it's coming along nicely. Oh, look at all that goodness. Now, I did want to show you real quick before I jumped off here. I packaged them up. You don't have to. I mean, I packaged these up because I had made them back a while back ago, and I didn't want, I was going to sell them and I never did. But I just cut a piece of cardstock and then wrapped the, kind of did this number. Now what I did do is I took a little piece of scrapbook, and believe me, it'll go a lot easier for you if you don't do it on a camera. But just protect it. And then I took a little bulldog clip to go work with her dress. So it doesn't mar the outfit, right? And then I get everything on there. And it was, because the card is longer than the card, it kind of fought with me a little, so I took some string and just wrapped it around. Plus, you know, then there's a little piece of extra string to have. Alright, so you put that on there, tie it up however, I'm just doing it loosely. And then I had the cello bags that I put it in there, and then that way you can see the whole thing without taking it out. See what's in there. I do have purple there. I just could not find another purple lollipop. I was looking for one. And then they're good to go. Or you can just keep them in your journal and they're good to go that way too. But, alright, well, thanks for joining me. Hey, next up we're doing Halloween journals. So I'll check back in with you then, and I'll talk to you soon. Make sure you leave me a comment below. Let me know how you're doing. Bye.